Yo, what's good, man? My name is FlemLo Raps. Want to welcome y'all back to This Week in Last Chance U. This is the weekly series where we cover every piece of notable news from within the Last Chance U universe. Now, as always, we got a bunch of stories for you guys this week, but one of the most notable, we've got more Malik Henry news. The saga continues. If you guys end up enjoying this video, don't forget, man, click the thumbs up button, subscribe here if you're brand new to get these videos every single week, and don't forget to hit me up in the comments section. In today's video, we've got news on Malik Henry, Calvin Jackson, Coach Brown, Baytall, Emmett Gooden, DeAndre Johnson, Tim Bonner, Dakota Allen, Trevon Gauno, and more. So anyways, man, without further ado, y'all know what time it is. This week in Last Chance U, cue the Wayne.
Yeah, you'll never no quitter, 'cause I'ma go get her.
All right, real quick before we jump into today's news, we got to give a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an app that aggregates tickets from all over the internet with the sole purpose of making your buying experience easier. Once you pull up your desired event within the app, they grade each ticket on a scale from 1 to 100, allowing you to quickly assess the value of each ticket. They also allow you to preview the view of each seat so that you already know what you're getting before you even get there. If you're interested in downloading the SeatGeek app, click the link in the description, and don't forget to use my code FlemLo for $20 off your first purchase. Let's get it. Yo, before we jump in, I just want to say we try to avoid spoilers as far as the score or outcomes of Independence's games, but I still have to issue a spoiler warning because there will be some limited information on one player who's still at Independence. So Malik Henry is back again. So if you've been following over the past few weeks, we've had quite a roller coaster ride with Malik Henry. On August 22nd, we learned about some behind the scenes things from Malik's coaches and how they actually had a ton of love for the dude and that everything really wasn't shown when it comes to Malik. On August 28th, we confirmed that he was back at Independence, but we weren't sure exactly what that meant going forward, and we didn't know if he'd be playing. Now, while we didn't know, we have been waiting, and I predict probably in the first 2 videos that we're gonna see Malik take the field very soon, but nothing happened. It was at this point that an anonymous source sent some information, and I warned everybody to take that info with a grain of salt, as he said that Malik would not play this year. Then the very next week, Malik takes the field, and that's where we are now. All right, I won't go into detail as far as to what happened, but he is back. He did play, and to try to stay out of spoiler territory, that's all I'm gonna say. Now, I have my own theories on this, but I'll discuss those in a separate video, probably at a much later date. Calvin Jackson made his first collision reception a few days ago versus Eastern Washington, and he definitely showed off his skills as he made 3 catches for 36 yards. Now, when you watch Last Chance U, although the cameras don't necessarily follow Calvin around a ton off the field, you can't help but notice that on the field, this dude is making every single play. He's an absolute beast, and I can't wait to see his production go way up over at Washington State. The star of the game, though, Trevon Martin. Now, if you've seen my video on Trevon Gauno called The Unbelievable JUCO Story, even Last Chance U couldn't tell you, you know Trevon is the younger brother of Trevon, and he's honestly made this video by association. Every single time I go to check and see what Calvin's been up to, I see Trevon eating. So I definitely wanted to shout him out in today's video, man. He had 13 receptions for 149 yards and a TD. That's Nico-like numbers, okay? Twitch fam, stand up. Now, of course, we've got to update you guys on his brother, the actual subject of that video, Trevon himself. Now, Trevon is at Angelo College, like we covered in the video, and he wasn't able to play in the first couple of games, but he has played the last 2 weeks. He joked with me that the video may be working too well because opposing teams had only tried him 2 times in the last 2 weeks. I know that could be frustrating playing cornerback when the ball isn't coming your way, but it's also a compliment as the other team has to be showing a ton of respect and not wanting to try you. Hopefully going forward, they decide to try my guy. He's actually going up against a really good quarterback coming up who's got a ton of yards. Hopefully he feels confident to throw it over there at Trevon and give my guy an opportunity to make some plays. Legendary singer Charlie Wilson showed a ton of love to Coach Brown and the Independence team recently. If you don't know, Coach Brown is a huge Charlie Wilson fan, and it turns out Charlie Wilson is a huge Last Chance U fan. So he sent a pretty cool shout out to Coach Brown and the team over his Twitter. It made for a dope moment. On the topic of performers, I gotta send a shout out to my boy FlemLo. I hope I'm saying his name right, but I'm talking about the cat who made the song in season 3. I'll be honest, I love this dude, man. I love his energy and his authenticity. People didn't really just go crazy when this video played on the show, but he felt so good about the accomplishment. You could tell that his love for what he does is pure. And as a fellow creative, I respect that. If y'all are interested, I may actually have him come on over on Twitch and maybe we'll kick it, ask him a couple of questions, and he can just chill for a bit. But anyway, he's performing at the Neowalla Fest in Independence this year. That's a festival they have every October. Neowalla, it's Halloween spelled backwards, so yeah, you get it. Shout out to FlemLo. He's been hitting me up since before season 3 aired, okay? So I wanted to show him some love, man. Keep doing your thing, bro. Emmett Gooden is transitioning pretty well, going from JUCO to the SEC, which is obviously quite a leap. Here's what his D coordinator had to say. He's actually a really good player. He's a junior college guy, and there's obviously a transition there, and during that transition, baby steps will do. Crawl, then walk, then run. If we can get him to line up right and go the right way every single play, he'll start to reach his potential. When you come from junior college or high school into this level of play, there's a small margin of error. When he practices well, he plays well and performs well. So he's got to continue to do that. He's going to be a really good player before he leaves here. He's developing well. So as you can see, Emmett's coach had quite a bit to say about him. That means that he definitely sees the potential in him. With that being said, Emmett is a junior, so he's got this year and one more year after. DeAndre Johnson scored a huge touchdown on a play where he ran straight through a defender. I mean, like flattened dude, in order to get into the end zone this past week. Still, he only threw 1 pass in this game, which he did complete for 11 yards. But Lane Kiffin says he has no plans to do a 2-quarterback system, and he has no plans to change DeAndre's position because, and I quote, he's a really good quarterback. So while Lane says that, man, the last 2 years in a row, DeAndre has lost out in quarterback battles. Now, last year he had the blood clot in his throwing arm, as he was said to be leading the quarterback battle then. The blood clot knocks him out for a year, and then this year Chris Robinson becomes eligible and DeAndre loses a close quarterback battle with him. Chris Robinson's been playing amazing over the last few weeks, so like I said in the last video, I really don't know what that means for DeAndre. Remember, Chris is a sophomore and DeAndre is a junior, so his future at FAU looks to only be as a backup. We'll see if there's any movement there. Staying at FAU for a minute, my boy Tim Bonner recently accomplished something that didn't take place on the football field. He was named Football Student of the Week, so that's pretty dope. But that's not all. My boy also recorded his first sack of the season and had a total of 3 tackles versus Bethune-Cookman. Kingston Davis got his highest carry total of the year, but had his worst output, only gaining 27 yards. I also believe this is the first game where he didn't score a touchdown. So it's a little odd to see. Generally speaking, when your carries go up, so does your production, but it didn't work like that for Kingston Davis in this particular game. Chauncey Rivers made 1 solo tackle and 3 assists last week as well. And for the last story of the day, Dakota Allen continues to eat for Texas Tech, racking up 7 tackles during their last game. This dude is well on his way to the NFL, and to think we've seen his football story pretty much from the beginning. So I can't wait to see how this thing plays out, and I'm definitely wishing my guy the best.
Alright guys, as you can see, he is still editing the video for you guys. Thanks for watching. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up, and we will catch you guys later. This is FlemLo Raps. Peace.
Yeah.